Let's do this. To the world of the virtual athlete, where it's man against man, but somebody must get beat. You gotta be man enough to bring that heat, and if you ain't ready to ball, and you should take that seat. From the rooftops of New York to West Palm Beach, you gotta be a fanatic or a b-ball freak. AI crosses you so fast, you thought you would sleep. With the speed of Supernatural when he's spitting on beats, with the precision of Kobe when he's draining from deep. These are true platinum players with games that sweet. Where you go, motto we motto for the ultimate test. T-Mac never the whack, he be coming correct. Ball on 300 for yacht with courts on the deck. Then take a dip in the pool after breaking a sweat. This is NBA ballers, when it's on then it's on. Where the players invite you into their mansions and homes. You might even see a Hummer on some 20s and chromes. It's like Shaq's in a nightmare when he goes in his zone. When Latrell got the rock, never leave him alone. You better guard the basket like a dog does a bone. So many different players, old school varieties. It's like they ball in an underground society. So get in the game, start doing your thing. And when you go to the rack, make sure you bring pain. Nothing but true players, all of the top guys. The one that brought you arch rivals gave you a new vibe. I know you was a fan of NBA jams. He's on fire when the mic's in his hand. We took it to the concrete instead of the hard pine. With titles like Hang Time, even the Showtime. And I'm Supernatural, you can.
Coming right up, the Clippers taking on the Cavaliers. For the Los Angeles Clippers, hanging on to their playoff spot as they sit 8th in the Western Conference. Still work to be done. Cavs, Clippers, tip-off in just a moment. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. Let's see the stat sheet here for Paul George.
And, guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Big man Jarrett Allen challenges all high flyers at the rim. He said nobody likes getting dunked on. People call it a business decision. I don't think about that. My role is to be a rim protector, so I'm going to sacrifice for the team. Whether it's a block or a dunk, either way, I'll be on a highlight. It's a good way of thinking about it. Guys?
Absolutely, David. He knows his role, doesn't he? Thanks for that report. And as the regular season winds toward the playoffs, Greg, for those teams in the upper half of the standings, how much are they looking at the seeding and their possible opponents?
Well, I don't think most would admit it, but it's human nature to think ahead, trying to map out that route and looking at how it breaks down in the bracket.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Cavaliers, Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Garland is out there with Okoro. And it's Markkanen in at the 3 spot. Okoro with it. Leonard picks him up. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist from Okoro.
How many 7-footers do you know that will beat you off the dribble, running screen and roll? Markkanen is special.
Kept alive. Second shot opportunity, and it's Leonard missing. Inside, here's Allen. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is what they like about Markkanen. He will make the next pass when the defense overplays him.
Outside Jackson. Pass to George. Now here's Leonard. From deep. Jackson passes to Leonard. Goes back up. Here's Zubac. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
With Zubac on the floor, you know what you'll get. Gives great effort when he's engaged.
Also, the plus is, GA, he does a good job of rim running. He also dives well off pick and rolls, and combined with his offensive rebounding, gives you some size in the middle.
The free throw drops for Zubac. We play just over a minute here in the first. Garland against Jackson. To the inside. Allen. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Jackson. Markkanen pulls it in. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Down low. Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Flushed by Allen there. What I love about him, he's a center, and he's not trying to be a guard. He knows who he is.
Now here's Jackson. He had 27 points last game. And that one's good. Leonard.
And that's what he's looking for. After 3 straight misses, finally finds the mark.
Now Okoro. Markkanen kicks to Okoro. Driving inside. And good that time.
I mean, beautiful execution of the game plan offensively. So far, they are hitting 80% from the field.
Now, here's Zubac. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Clock at 6. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Steve, we know about Paul George, a fantastic outside shooter. He's been an elite three-point artist for some time.
Paul George can get a shot up over most defenders. That's why Kevin has a career three-point percentage that's creeping towards 40%. And he seems to be getting better with age.
And the first one drops.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Love's checked in. And George drops them both. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Now, here's Okoro. Garland finds Markkanen. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Now, here's Garland. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
The shot's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. And no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
He has gone ice cold this quarter, obviously not helping their cause.
To the middle, stolen by Jackson. Left side, George. Over Okoro. And it's George missing.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Garland, the pass to Mobley.
And it's rare to find a young big man with such an advanced skill set. Mobley can handle the ball like a small forward, has a smooth shot and great range.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Cavaliers.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The first one falls, and the Cavaliers with some changes. Stevens is checked in, and it's LeVert in for Okoro. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 4. Man gets the bucket. And as much as Mobley helps you out on the offensive end, Greg, he can get you stops as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's got great instincts with quick reflexes. Can slide his feet on the perimeter and has great timing as a shot blocker. I mean, what else do you need?
So it's the Clippers now. Karis LeVert unable to get his last shot to go. Passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Look at how high Norman Powell gets on these dunks. Love showing off his athleticism.
Here's Stephens. It's blocked. 1:04 left in the first quarter. And there's the drive. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And the pass to Mobley. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Powell against LeVert. To the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
30 seconds left to play in the first. Coffee can't get it to go. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Stevens, the pass to LeVert. Love, right side. No good there. Good D by Covington. Here's Coffee. You can't hit that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Cavaliers lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
And Steve, the differences between the regular season and playoff basketball. Break them down for us.
You know, Kevin, it's a higher level of intensity, and execution is a must. It's also hard to prepare for the playoffs until you've experienced it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Powell. Batum is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the point guard. Here's LeVert after the Clippers pick up 2. Driving to the basket. Good on the bucket. LeVert's got his first basket.
And just so good at reading angles. When LeVert spots a lane to the rim, he is all over it.
Here's man. Batum finds Kennard. It's Powell on the wing. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Cavaliers ball.
And Cleveland making a change here. Markkanen's checked in. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Norman Powell. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans. Pass to LeVert. Over Kennard. They get it back. Allen. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. After making the finals 4 straight years from 2015 to 2018, there have been some lean years lately for the Cavaliers. Over the last 3 seasons, they've only won a couple more games than they did in a single season, the title season of 2016. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff says the losing is tough on everybody, but I look forward to the journey ahead. Kevin, back to you.
What do they say, D.A.? The journey is the reward. Thanks. And it's LeVert missing. The Clippers trail. And Luke Kennard signing a 4-year deal at the end of 2020. Steve, this team feels he can be a big part of their future.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised at the size of the contract, Kevin, but it shows how much the three-pointer is valued in the NBA. The Clippers saw he provides a much-needed aspect.
And the Cavaliers with possession here after the basket by Los Angeles. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And doing much better now in that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities, bouncing back nicely here in the second.
Now, here's Sexton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Leonard, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
LeVert against Kennard. LeVert with it. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta. To end the run. And the layup is good. LeVert's got his second basket of the night.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Zubats is checked in for Robert Covington. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Terrence Mann. Now, here is George. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Garland. To the middle. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Outside Leonard. He kicks it to George. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Garland the pass to Stevens. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Los Angeles.
Guys, their willingness to attack the basket so far has been great. They're penetrating, finding the holes in the defense, and scoring from close range.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
First free throw is good. Kevin Love's checked in for Allen. Powell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Jackson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Outside Garland. It's good. This game is all even. Garland's got 5 now. The Clippers have gone 7-9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mobley's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Stephens, guarded by Powell. And Garland has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. And again, it's Cleveland.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce back.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Pass to Zubac. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Down low, here's George. Lays it up off the glass. And that's now 9 points for George.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Outside Garland. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. Doesn't go for him. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lou. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run the transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They led by 2 after the first. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. Kenny, what's your take on Cleveland so far?
It's always a positive sign to see assist numbers like this. They're moving the rock with keeping each other happy. It's a brand of unselfish basketball that's fun to watch and play.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting the time to rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Mobley and Allen, the 2 big men inside. Okoro out there with Garland. And it's Markkanen in at the small forward. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Outside, George. And he's good on the 3 ball. George has got the first bucket of the third here for Los Angeles. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And Greg, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. It also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Now George, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. George, no good. A tight game here in Cleveland. In the corner, Okoro with it. Garland finds Markkanen. Inside. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
And that is a huge block, given how close this game is. A stop like that was right on point.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. Pass to Zubac. And here's Leonard. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Love the finish through contact. Kawhi is even stronger than he looks.
Garland left side. The shot from the low post is good. Garland's got 9.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Here's Mann. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. To the wing right side. Wound up there for Allen. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard looking over the floor. To the inside. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Nice pass by Kawhi Leonard. You can tell he's been working on his playmaking.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Mobley. Karis LeVert comes in for Okoro. And it's Sexton in for Garland.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Zubac. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Allen outside. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. LeVert against Leonard. The pass to Coffey. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 6. There's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And now another look at that Mobile One block defensive performance.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Now, here's Sexton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. LeVert against Zubac. Shoots from the elbow. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Moment here now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Jackson. What's the status, Dave?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. Told that it's a sore neck that's causing him all this pain.
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go. Osman kicks to LeVert. Here's Sexton. Off the left rim and out. And here's Los Angeles. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
On any given night, Kawhi can just take control of the offense and elite score from all 3 levels.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And Kawhi, one of the top players in the league. The question for many is if he's in the top 3 or not.
I don't know, GA. I think it's pretty hard to name more than 3 players who are definitively better than Kawhi. I'll say this, he's an elite talent.
With some changes. Robert Covington comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Terrence Mann.
2 minutes.
Now here's LeVert. Some good scoring numbers for him right now, averaging 17 points a game. Back to Sexton. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Here's Leonard. A shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. There's 1:26 left to play here in the third. LeVert the pass to Love. Bounce pass LeVert. Pass to Stephens. Sexton for 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
The vertical of Kawhi is impressive. Rising up with ease and throwing it down.
Jackson against Sexton. LeVert inside the line. And another miss by Cleveland. Into the lane. Coffee can't get it to go. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Down by 12.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To end the drought. And he sinks the layup. LeVert's got 6.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Outside Leonard. From downtown. That one, no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Jackson, all right? Now, come on, be aggressive, all right? Let's move the ball, let's swing the ball, move body, drive and kick, all right?
Well, staying focused on the task at hand. You heard it in Coach Lue's voice, urging his guys on.
All about focus and how you execute at this point. Tough to beat.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Teron Lue's going with. Marcus Morris is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point. Now here's Powell. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Garland against Powell. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And they'll get another chance. Covington kicks to Powell. Poked loose. Another shot. That shot off. Good D by Love. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Markkanen dishes to Garland. Love trying to break loose. Garland, no good. The Clippers shooting in this game, 45%. Powell finds George. Here's the floater. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Garland against Jackson. Garland the pass to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Outside Garland. Fires the 3. No good. Shot missing. The Clippers go the other way with it.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1-3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Reggie Jackson. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
One thing that stood out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
The first free throw is good. Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Outside, George. Jackson looking around. Sinks the triple.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Garland kicks to Markkanen. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Back to Garland. 5 on the clock. He takes it in. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that.
Attacking the rim with aggression. Norman Powell putting pressure on the interior D with his driving and finishing abilities.
Now here's Allen. Kicks it to Garland. Back to Allen. Plays it up and banks it in. That's 10 points for Jared Allen.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Here's George. The teardrop falls in. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Here's Garland. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first
Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Team foul. At the line for Cleveland, Darius Garland taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Garland.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Outside, George. Takes a three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubats. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Garland. The Clippers getting the bucket. Allen shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
One word you can use to describe Jared Allen, Greg, is efficient. He doesn't waste his chances at the offensive end. I mean, like ever.
He's very smart with his shot selection, but don't let that take away from his defense. Allen takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, Jared Allen is a classic big man. And that includes the hair. He's got great blocking ability and is just a natural talent down low.
And Allen drops them both. Here's George. And Greg, with recent legal results, more opportunities now for compensation for college athletes. Do you like it?
I do. I mean, there's enough money going around. I don't have a problem with the athletes getting a share, especially with the amount of time and effort and energy they have to commit. Let's take care of the guys. Let them enjoy the collegiate experience. And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
Now here's Jackson. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance
for Leonard.
He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
Outside Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.